Hey, this video is just going to be a public service announcement regarding the question of what is the status of pre-ordering Warcraft 3 Reforged every single day. Where have my videos been? To that effect, basically, you learn interesting new things with everything you do in life. I think what I learned from this project is the significance of considering why you do something. So, for those people who have made maps, like, I'm definitely still going to play your map. We're going to get there. And I'm probably going to be buying Reforged for everybody on this list unless they buy it for themselves. Um, but with all of that in mind, right, and where I've definitely gotten behind for many days at a time, really my reason for doing that is the significance of the question of what you do with your time. And this gets into the idea of well, really just life in general. So when I think about my life, and this is kind of what's factored into my decisions here, why I've been not actively uploading videos even after I was thinking I would. Um, I sort of see it as being there have been two major chunks in how I spend my personal time in my life. Okay, when I was younger, there was a major chunk of time in my life where what I did and how I spent my time was that I would come home after school or whatever it was I do with my day, and then I would use the remaining time in the Warcraft 3 world editor. I still vaguely remember a time when it was to the point that sometimes I would open the Warcraft 3 world editor not even knowing what I was going to do, just because it was like my home, you know? That's just what I did. If I wanted to relax and let off some steam, I would just open the world editor. Um, really makes me think about how I've changed. So more recently, sort of the second half of how I subdivide the way that I've used time, there's been a large chunk of time where when I come home in the evening, I end up watching stuff like YouTube and spending a significant portion of my time on that, right? And when you look back on both of those, the portion of time in life when I had made this decision that I would watch YouTube with my time instead of opening the Warcraft 3 World Editor, um, really, to me, feels almost like I deleted my past and my opportunity because it would seem to me that I have almost nothing for it. Now, I've talked to some people who would seem to disagree, and obviously all of that time I was training a supercomputer at the Google headquarters or whatever, to learn how better to make me get tricked into watching YouTube videos, just with subtle mind tricks, and the recommendations and stuff like that. Um, so with that in mind, one of the primary reasons that I haven't wanted to really make that push to make my pre-ordering Reforged video every single night is the concern for what I would be doing subconsciously for viewers. I feel like I'd be being used, right? You see many videos, for anybody who's used YouTube more extensively, you see many videos where people say like and comment and subscribe and all of these things. I guess just what I want to say is don't do any of that, right? Don't build a system that encourages you to spend more time on YouTube. Don't do that, okay? If you watch this, what you need to do is open the world editor, right? I would prefer a future where you did not watch internet content from me, except maybe as a one-off or something fun, if you happen to encounter it, right? What you want to do here is you want to just go into program files, right? And you want to just go to Warcraft 3 and just get the world editor and just pin this guy to your taskbar. I had one on the taskbar, but it's the wrong one. That other one there doesn't work. That's crap. Let's remove that from the taskbar. Yeah, unpin from the taskbar. Pin that world editor to your taskbar, okay? Everyone needs to do this. If you're watching this video right now, pin that world editor to your taskbar and this is why we face paladins, right? I don't have anything against paladins. What I like about paladins is that they're on the front page of the units, right? If you just click on units, he's right here. It's easy to do. right? And so this enables us that, we could make a map. We can make any kind of map where we duke it out with a paladin because they're so easy to obtain, right? So, uh, really, with that, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. For anybody who's wondering, like, where have all the videos been? Um, I just got really concerned that there are things I don't know in the world, and that among those things, there's the influence of YouTube, and I began to be concerned um, that YouTube was influencing me to actually have this idea of pre-ordering Reforged every single day. And if that's true, right, it basically amounts to being outsmarted by a supercomputer. That if I sat down and say, what is the future that I want? I want a future where you open the world editor, right? I want a future where you open the world editor and you don't click the recommended video. Like almost every person watching these things that I made, what they're probably going to do is click on a recommended video on YouTube, right? And this is my recommended thing to click on to you is to get that world editor in your taskbar, okay, and click on that world editor, and you open it and you make something, okay, and 10 years from now, save that file. 10 years from now, you're still going to have what you made, okay, and you're not going to regret it. But if all you have 10 years from now and all you made is a training data set of how to trick yourself to use more YouTube, you're not being smart if you do that, and it's not what you should do. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Um, Pretty soon we'll be back at it. There are some really good maps, I think, coming up on this list of my Paladin list. So I'll probably still play those. I'm hoping maybe I'll get back in the swing of doing a video every single night. And pre-ordering Reforged and fighting a Paladin every single night. It's a lot of fun, but when push comes to shove and I have to choose between going to bed and being totally ready for work the next day versus making a new video, right? And I think about, okay, if I'm going to overexert myself, right, do that action where I stay up late and just make the video anyway. Um, I want my motivation to be really solid if I do something like that, right? And for me, my motivation is I think we could have a good future if more people improve their lives and become more intelligent by playing the world editor, and more people train themselves through that and in that way to be people who spend their time making things that are fun and that they enjoy. Um, and when I think about it, I don't get to that future by publishing those videos as much as by if I just bought Reforged for all the people on that list, right? Then they all get the world editor, and maybe they don't even need to see a video at all. So I'm also still behind on buying things just because I've been a little bit lazy, right? But that's really my rationality. That's really my thought process going into that. So that's where I'm at. Like I said, don't like this video, don't comment and subscribe and any of that crap. Just pin the world editor to your taskbar if you didn't already. A lot of you people, you might already have done it, right? I know most of you guys who play Warcraft, you probably pinned the world editor to your taskbar. But if you haven't, right, do that, okay? Don't comments, likes, and whatever. Don't do any of that. Just pin the world editor to your taskbar, okay? That's what you need to take away from this. And then when you come home at night and you see a YouTube video and you think maybe what I'll do tonight is watch YouTube, don't do that. Instead, just open the world editor, okay? And then just relax. Let anything happen. Let anything get made, and see what ends up happening. The world editor is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So there you go.